How's everybody doing out there in the old YouTube land? Uh, Yesterday, I need to talk about that. Just, I have never had a worse time doing plumbing in a basement than I did yesterday. Just a series of brain farts on my part, and just took all day yesterday, and all I was going to do was run about 20 feet of CPVC, put in a new faucet, or replace a faucet, kick my butt all day long. And then it's still not done. I got to go back and do it tomorrow. I hate, yeah, what a mess. Never had that much trouble. And it's all just due to, me not thinking clearly. I don't get it. But anyway, it's a beautiful day out here. I'm in the car, obviously, running errands. But, I get bored on these drives, so I'm going to talk to you all. We've managed to keep Buddy in one pen for 48 hours or so now. Little Gilt's doing good. She wasn't hurt. She just, they was just bothering her, keeping her wore out. No, she's still doing good. Let's see, there was something I wanted to say. Oh, never mind, I got that. Okay, so now here's the thing I want to talk about. And there's just a lot of issues here. Okay, so there was a train derailment in Ohio the first part of the month. Okay, today is the 13th of the month. This is like the 6th or something, or the 4th or somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, there's this train derailment, and it's got tank cars in it. Some of those tank cars catch on fire. Now they're blaming this on a faulty wheel bearing, and I don't know. I don't work for the railroad. I don't work on railroad cars, so can't speak to that, although it don't sound right to me. But anyway, they had these chemicals, and there was some of the tank cars caught on fire. Okay, so they're pumping water on it, and evidently can't get it out. Well, there's some other tank cars that have chemical, and just go look up Ohio train derailment, and I'm sure that you will find this information. Well, now comes the part that really concerns me. It should concern everyone. I'm sure there were some logistical problems getting water to this train car to try to put it out. And to some of you, this may be old news, but I just started hearing about it yesterday. So, and I don't know, I wasn't there. I don't want to judge too harshly here, but the powers that be, the authorities, thought it would be a good idea to use explosives to blow small holes in the sides of these train cars. Evidently we have that technology. We can just put a small hole in there, and so that's what they did to the rest of these cars carrying chemicals. They decided that releasing these chemicals into the air be safer than them maybe catching on fire and exploding. So they released these chemicals. Before they did it, they told the town downwind, you've got to get out, you got to move. Totally evacuated the whole town. And now there's this cloud of chemicals floating around in Ohio. And I've heard, and I can't verify this, but I hear it's generally headed to New York City. Now, I don't know how accurate that is, but there's this cloud of chemicals. And people's animals are starting to die. Fish are dying in the nearby river. But they think that it was a better idea. And of course, we don't know about what this is going to do to the people yet that are exposed to it. Like I said, I'm trying not to be too judgmental here, just because, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what they were dealing with, and but it just doesn't make sense to me to release these chemicals into the air, and at least one of them was supposedly a known carcinogen. Rather than, try to keep the cars cool enough that they don't explode. I don't know. And I'm not sure who made that call. Like I said, you can look it all up. I didn't do a deep dive in it this morning because, I had to run these errands this morning. But I don't know. Just like I said, it just doesn't make sense to me to release these chemicals. And it's just, while this is not food related, I don't know what these chemicals were used in. One of them was ethyl glycol, which, they put that in. Well, they put glycol in, like Dr. Pepper. But anyway, but that was a chemical that I recognized and, knew a little bit about it. But ethyl glycol is an antifreeze. So, yeah, I knew that. I've seen glycol in, like Dr. Pepper, the soda, but it's not ethyl glycol, it's just glycol. But the ethyl glycol is in antifreeze. So, yeah. But anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought there. There's an awful string of coincidences here. Maybe it's just a perfect coincidental storm that, we have these different facilities, whether it be barns that laying chickens are kept in, or meat chickens, or food processing plants, just burning down, having planes crash into them. Now we've got this chemical release, an intentional chemical release. You can't call it anything but that, just because, they made a conscious decision to release this into the air, into the atmosphere. I mean, we all know that, train derailments happen, and, accidents happen, But like I said, it's hard to not be extremely judgmental on this one. They introduced I'm struggling for the words to describe this. They intentionally created a health risk, an environmental risk, to prevent a possible environmental risk. Now, I'm sure I hope anyway, I really hope that they weighed the probabilities and just didn't say, well, all right, as someone was, well, let's poke holes in them cars and, we'll release that pressure and they won't blow up, maybe. I hope they thought this through so that, I don't know, this like I said, all of this stuff that's happening, man, if it's all just coincidental, it's the perfect storm of coincidences, And I know some of this just may be that the 24-hour news cycle that we have, we get the news almost instantaneously. Something can happen and it can be around the world in seconds nowadays. And maybe that's part of this, but it just seems too coincidental to me. So anyway, that's that. I was thinking there might be something else, but I'm drawing a blank here. I don't know. Hope everybody's happy with the Super Bowl. I personally didn't care, but I know that a lot of people do. I didn't get home until it was after 8 o'clock last night, and then we had to do chores because the farmhand was with me. So him and I went out and did chores, and at 8:30 I didn't get settled down until almost 9 o'clock to look at anything. The joys of being the handyman for two families. Although I think I educated some young men yesterday so that maybe they can do some of this kind of thing themselves in the future. But, yeah, it was a long day, frustrating day. Anyway, like I said, I guess I'm going to stop here now because I've run out of things to talk about. Yesterday I was busy with that plumbing stuff. Did not have much time to do anything else. So I didn't see many stories. It might have came out yesterday. Haven't seen any updates on whether you need a permit to keep chickens in your backyard. So, we need to keep an eye on that one. So, I guess I'm gonna get out of here for now, and maybe I'll come up with something else and make some good video later. So, later. Okie dokie, I'm outside now. This is the second part of this video. I am actually in the feeder pen. Well, I guess now it's the feeder pen and the buddy pen. So far we've kept him in. But anyway, I got their house patched back up. So hopefully it'll make it through the storms tomorrow and keep them mostly dry. Pigs. There's trouble over there, buddy laying down. Here's these guys. So, yep, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. About now, and I'm a farmhand riding the school bus home. Now we got to go over and see what we can do about that. I keep saying we. I don't know. I guess I think I got a mouse in my pocket. I don't know. But yeah. So we're gonna get out of here and go over there. See if I can't get that fixed. But first I gotta not break my leg stepping in a hole. Hey, this may be a two-hand job, I don't know. Usually you've got it too tight. So, there we go. We'll drop that top strand of wire down and it's a little awkward one-handed. There we go. Now I get back on the tractor and I can drive across it. Drop that on down there. Okay. And then back on the tractor. Alright. Okie dokie. Note to self. When messing with the tin from the pig shelters, wear your leather gloves. Yep, that smarted a little bit. Yeah. Just, make sure you have a well-stocked first aid kit. I got my own personal doctor, Rhonda. She's not only the pig whisperer, or the number one, or the pig wrangler extraordinaire, but she is also our nurse and doctor. Like I said, just be careful when you're messing with that tin. I was out there and I was irritated and things weren't going my way. And I was trying to hurry and I didn't wear my gloves. I usually wear my leather gloves when I'm going to be messing with that stuff, but for some reason, well, I know why, I forgot them. Didn't want to go back to the house to get them. So, good pair of leather gloves can save you some pain and blood. But anyway, we got that straightened out now. Getting chores done out here. So these guys are all ready to get fed. help the number one farmhand get some of these watering done. Here. There's Ruby. How you doing, Ruby? How you doing, Boss Hog? Yeah. Is he being slow? Well, he's earlier than last night, girls. Yeah. Remember last night he was really late. That was my fault. Little one ain't so little anymore. Look at her. She's a hunk of pig. Yeah. Hey, calm down there, buddy. Or Deuce. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you buddy. So I was, dang. It's over there trying to fix that shelter. Had it lifted up with a strap. And I was trying to move it, trying to get it to swing. Yep, my hand slid. But anyway, I think I'll live. Everybody has stayed where they were supposed to today. So, all right, guess I'm gonna wrap this up now. Needing some help? Guess not. Okay, we'll wrap this up, and I'm gonna go in and put my arm up. So, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. Let's pray. A lot of that is needed.